Veer and his sister Vani lived in Delhi. During summer vacations, they visited their grandmother, their Nani, in Haridwar. Their Nani is a very devout and pious lady. She is a disciple of Sant Shri Asha Ramji Bapu. She spends a lot of time in doing jap, sadhana, meditation, prayers, and listening to satsangs. Every day at the time of sunrise and sunset, Nani would freshen herself up and sing Aharati and bhajans. One day, while Nani was doing prayer,
Vani, Veer, say this mantra with me. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapate Namaha. Om Gam Ganapate Namaha.
Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh Deva. Mata Jaki Parvati Pita Mahadeva.
Nani, what are you doing?
Veer, we are saying our prayers to Lord Ganesha. Lord Ganapati is worshipped at the commencement of any auspicious occasion.
Nani, why are you praying to Lord Ganesha? How does he help us?
Bhagwan Ganapati or Ganesh Ji is the most excellent and powerful God. So, by praying and remembering Lord Ganesha, all the obstacles from our life can be removed. Ganesh Ji is also known as Vignaharta.
Jai Ganesha Deva, Mata Jaki Parvati Pita Mahadeva.
Mata Jaki Parvati Pita Mahadeva.
Nani, you're making laddus for me? I love laddus.
I am making laddus for Ganesh Ji. Ganesh Chaturthi is coming, and these laddus will first be offered to Ganesh Ji, and then of course you and Vani can have it as prasad.
Nani, why do you pray so much to Ganesh Ji? What is so special about Ganesh Ji?
There is no other god more self-controlled or Sanyami than Ganesh Ji, and hence Ganesh Ji is also known as Ganapati. Gana means senses and Pati means master. Ganapati means the master of senses. So, praying to Ganesh Ji will help control our senses. I will tell you more about Ganesh Ji when we have story time later today.
नानी सुनाओ कहानी, ये मत कहना कि एक था राजा, एक थी रानी और खत्म कहानी.
And do you remember what I am going to tell you?
About Ganesh Ji?
But you know what? Instead of story, how about we play a game?
Nani, game? You actually mean a game?
Yes, a game, as in a game.
Nani, you are so cool. So, what game are we going to play, my dear cool Nani?
We are going to play a game about Ganesh Ji.
Game about Ganesh Ji? And what will be the prize for the winner?
Well, extra laddus. What do you say?
Sure, let's play. I am sure Veer can't beat me, and I am sure to have all those yummy, delicious laddus.
Okay, let's begin. First question. Does Ganesh Ji's body structure looks the same like other gods?
Oh, I know the answer to this. Ganesh Ji's body structure is different from the other gods.
Correct. And do you know that Ganesh Ji's body gives us important life lessons? There are many things we can learn just by looking at Ganeshji's body? My second question is, what kind of body structure does Ganeshji have?
I feel that Ganeshji has a huge body.
Cool. You both are geniuses, and a huge body of Ganeshji indicates that God is and will always be superior to humans. Over to my third question. What kind of ears does Ganeshji have?
I know this. Big ears. Ganeshji has very big ears.
Absolutely, my little genius. Big ears indicate good listening skills. You listen to everything and pay attention to important things while disregarding unimportant things. My next question is, what kind of belly does Ganeshji have?
This is easy. Ganeshji has a huge belly. Maybe that's because he eats a lot of laddus.
Correct, my dear child. Ganeshji has a big stomach not because he eats a lot of laddus, but it indicates absorbing all the good things and the bad things in life. Life is full of ups and downs, but a wise person absorbs everything and keeps on moving in life. Okay, time for my next question. What kind of trunk and eyes does Ganeshji have?
Ganeshji has a big trunk and 2 small eyes.
Good job, Vani. Ganeshji has a very big trunk and very small eyes. Big trunk and small eyes indicate that the eldest person in the house should be visionary and thoughtful. A visionary person can think and plan for family's future, and a thoughtful person will think very subtly about everyone's needs in the family and is not selfish. My next question is super easy. How many visible teeth does Ganeshji have?
2. Ganeshji has 2 teeth, one big and one small.
2. Ganeshji has 2 teeth, one big and one small.
Right. You both are right. Ganeshji has 2 visible teeth. 2 teeth are for Shraddha, which means trust, and Vivek, which means being wise and judicious. The big tooth is the symbol of trust, and the small tooth indicates being wise and judicious. Full trust in our Guru or God can help you overcome the problems you may encounter. Have you both heard the story of the elephant and the crocodile, Gajraj and Magar? How God helped the elephant or the Gajraj and saved his life because Gajraj had full trust and faith in God?
This story is from Vishnu Purana. Once upon a time, there was a lotus pond, and the elephants, the baby elephant, the mother elephant, and the father elephant, all the family of elephants were playing and having a nice time. Suddenly, a huge crocodile appeared from nowhere and grabbed the leg of the eldest elephant. All the other elephants got scared and ran out of the pond. The crocodile started pulling the elephant, or also called as Gajraj, deep into the pond. The Gajraj cried in pain and started asking all the family members for help. But none of his family members could help him and were unable to save him from the ferocious crocodile. Suddenly, due to his previous punyas or good deeds, the Gajraj remembered Lord Vishnu. He plucked the lotus flower from the pond and started asking Lord Vishnu for help in the form of prayers. The crocodile had progressed to almost drown the helpless elephant, and in this time of crisis, the elephant, seeing no help around, continued to pray to Lord Vishnu with all his heart and deepest devotion. Gajraj had the trust that Lord Vishnu is going to save him. And Lord Vishnu, who loves all the creatures equally, whether big or small, human or animal, seeing the life of elephant in danger, came to the rescue of elephant. For a moment, crocodile got distracted and let loosen the leg of elephant. The elephant immediately pulled out his leg and ran out of the pond, thanking Lord Vishnu again and again.
So tell me, what did you understand from this story?
If you have complete trust in God and surrender to Him, He will come to help you. So Ganesh Ji's big teeth reminds us to have full faith and trust in our God and our Guru.
Okay, over to my next question. What does Ganesh Ji hold in his hands and why?
Nani, it's my turn, and I know this well. Ganesh Ji has 4 hands. One holds the lotus, the symbol of enlightenment. The other holds the axe, which represents how our old karmas and bad deeds get cut when we reach enlightenment. The third hand holds the modak, which represents rewards for living a wise life. And the fourth shows blessings for following on a virtuous path.
Yes, my dear son, you are right. Good deeds or bad deeds, nothing remains hidden from God. While you get rewards for good deeds, you also get punished for bad deeds. And my last question is, what is the vehicle of Ganesh Ji?
It's the mouse. Little mouse. But I wonder, why did huge Ganesh Ji choose a mouse as his vehicle?
Well done, Vani. You are right. Ganesh Ji's vehicle is the mouse. Ganesh Ji himself, being so big, rides on the smallest of the creatures, which is the mouse, which indicates that all creatures, big or small, should eventually evolve from petty minds to broad-minded to understand the absolute truth.
Wow! Ganesh Ji is so thoughtful and kind. He thinks about everyone.
You both know a lot about Ganesh Ji. Now I have to make more laddus tomorrow as your reward. Also, something important to remember. We should never see the moon on Ganesh Chaturthi. Gazing at the moon on Ganesh Chaturthi will bring some kind of ill reputation for you. Somebody may falsely accuse you. Even if you don't do anything wrong, you might get blamed for it.
Nani, does it mean that if something is lost in my classroom, then I might get blamed for it?
Yes, you got it. Never ever see moon on Ganesh Chaturthi.
But Nani, Ganesh Ji is so good and kind. How can anybody get blamed on his special day?
There is a small story behind it. Do you want to listen to it today or tomorrow?
Nani, we want to listen to all your stories today itself. It will be so hard to wait until tomorrow.
Although the story of Ganeshi and moon is little long, with lots of myths and legends attached to it, Nani decided to keep it short for the kids. Because Nani's main idea was just to give the significance of why we should not see the moon on Ganesh Chaturthi. One day on the Chaturthi Tithi of Bhadrapada, which also happens to be the birthday of Ganeshi, Ganeshi was going somewhere after having a heavy meal. Looking at Ganeshi's huge belly, Moon made fun of him and laughed at him sarcastically. Ganeshi got angry that Moon is being arrogant, and cursed the Moon. "Hey Moon, whoever sees you on this fourth day or the Chaturthi Tithi of Bhadrapada will get falsely accused or blamed.
Even Lord Krishna was not spared of this blame because he saw the moon on this night of Ganesh Chaturthi. So, Veer, do you know why should we celebrate Ganesh Chaturthi?
We celebrate Ganesh Chaturthi in order to honor Ganeshji. Ganeshji is the god of intelligence and wisdom. He also removes obstacles from our lives. Like Ganeshji is kind and compassionate towards every living creature, we all should be kind and have love and respect for everyone.
So very right you are. You both are little bundles of knowledge.
Nani, like all gods have a mantra, is there a mantra to please Ganeshji too?
Yes, my dear child. Remember the mantra which you both recited while doing tilak with me?
Om Gam Ganapate Namaha. Om Gam Ganapate Namaha.
Let's all sleep now and wake up early tomorrow morning as we have to welcome Ganeshji.
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा एक दंत दयावंत चार भुजाधारी एक दंत दयावंत चार भुजाधारी मस्तक सिंदूर सोहे मूस की सवारी मस्तक मस्तक सिंदूर सोहे मूस की सवारी